Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that can change your life forever. Believing in yourself. Not just when things are going well, not just when people are clapping for you, but even when the world tells you that you are not enough. Believing in oneself is the first and most important step towards success. It is the foundation upon which all achievements are built. Without self-belief, no matter how much talent, knowledge, or potential one has, it remains untapped. People often think that success comes from external factors, connections, luck, or opportunities. While these elements can play a role, the most crucial factor is always the belief in one's own abilities. When a person has confidence in themselves, they can turn the smallest opportunities into something extraordinary. Self-belief is what pushes a person to take the first step. Many dreams die before they even begin because people are too afraid to start. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or someone else's validation. But the truth is, nothing will ever be perfect. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, it may never come. Those who believe in themselves do not wait for conditions to be ideal. They take action, knowing that progress is made through effort, not perfection. They understand that starting is more important than having everything figured out. History is full of people who succeeded not because they were the best, but because they had an unshakable belief in themselves. Some of the world's greatest innovators, artists, and leaders were doubted, rejected, and ridiculed before they achieved greatness. Thomas Edison was told he was too dumb to learn anything. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because he lacked creativity. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. If they had listened to those who doubted them, they would never have become the icons they are today. What made them different was their unbreakable self-belief. They refused to accept failure as the final outcome and used it instead as a stepping stone toward their goals. Another important aspect of self-belief is resilience. Life is full of setbacks, disappointments, and failures. No one achieves success without facing obstacles. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to keep going despite failures. People who lack self-belief give up at the first sign of difficulty. They assume failure means they are not good enough. On the other hand, those who believe in themselves see failure as a lesson. They understand that mistakes do not define them. Instead of letting setbacks break them, they use them to grow stronger. Every failure teaches something valuable, and those who truly believe in themselves keep learning and moving forward. Fear is another major obstacle that holds people back. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of what others will think. The strongest people in the world are not those without fear, but those who do not let fear control them. Self-belief gives people the courage to face their fears. It allows them to take risks, try new things, and step out of their comfort zones. The comfort zone is a dangerous place because nothing grows there. The people who achieve great things in life are those who are willing to take risks, even when the outcome is uncertain. Self-belief is not something a person is born with, it is developed over time. It comes from experience, practice, and a willingness to challenge oneself. Many people think confidence is something you either have or don't, but that is not true. Confidence is built through action. The more a person tries, the more they learn, and the more they realize what they are capable of. Every small success strengthens self-belief, and over time, it becomes unshakable. One way to build self-belief is through positive self-talk. The way people talk to themselves has a huge impact on their confidence. Many people constantly doubt themselves, criticize their actions, and focus on their weaknesses. They tell themselves they are not smart enough, not talented enough, not good enough. But the truth is, the mind believes whatever it is told repeatedly. If a person keeps telling themselves they are not capable, they will start to believe it. On the other hand, if they start telling themselves they can do it, they will eventually believe that too. Changing the way one talks to themselves can completely change their confidence and self-belief. Another way to strengthen self-belief is by surrounding oneself with supportive people. The people we spend time with influence our thoughts, attitudes, and confidence. If someone is constantly surrounded by negative people who doubt them, criticize them, or bring them down, it becomes difficult to believe in oneself. But if they surround themselves with positive, encouraging people who uplift them and believe in their potential, their self-belief grows stronger. It is important to choose the right people to be around. Those who inspire and support growth rather than those who bring doubt and negativity. Taking action is also essential for building self-belief. Many people think they need confidence before they can take action, but the reality is the opposite. Confidence comes from taking action. When someone steps out of their comfort zone, tries something new, and sees themselves succeed, even in small ways, their confidence grows. The more they do, the more they believe in their abilities. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to success. Even if the first few attempts do not work out, every step forward builds resilience and strength. Self-belief is also about knowing that success is not defined by external validation. Many people wait for approval from others before they feel confident. They seek validation from family, friends, teachers, or society. But true confidence comes from within. A person does not need anyone else's permission to believe in themselves. If they wait for others to approve of their dreams, they may never pursue them. People who achieve great things do not rely on the opinions of others to determine their worth. They trust themselves, even when no one else does. One of the most powerful aspects of self-belief is the ability to inspire others. When a person believes in themselves and goes after their dreams, they become an example for others. Their courage, determination, and confidence show others what is possible. Many times, people don't even realize they are inspiring others simply by believing in themselves and following their path. The world needs more people who are willing to be bold, take risks, and show others that success is possible for anyone who believes in themselves. At the end of the day, success is not about having everything figured out. It is not about being perfect or having all the answers. It is about trusting yourself even when the future is uncertain. It is about knowing that you are capable, worthy, and strong enough to face whatever challenges come your way. It is about believing in yourself so deeply that nothing and no one can shake that belief. Every great achievement in the world started with someone who believed in themselves. Every breakthrough, every invention, every masterpiece began with someone who had the courage to trust their abilities. That same courage exists in every person. The only thing needed to unlock it is a decision. The decision to believe in oneself, no matter what. Embracing imperfections is one of the most liberating things a person can do in life. Society often teaches us to strive for perfection, to always look flawless, to never make mistakes, and to constantly meet unrealistic standards set by others. But the truth is, perfection is an illusion. No one in this world is perfect. And trying to be perfect only leads to frustration, insecurity, and self-doubt. True confidence, true happiness, and true success come from embracing who you are, including all your flaws, scars, and mistakes. Many people spend their entire lives trying to hide their imperfections. They are afraid of being judged, rejected, or seen as weak. They cover up their insecurities, pretend to be someone they are not, and exhaust themselves trying to fit into a mold that was never meant for them. But the reality is, imperfections are what make people unique. They tell a story of resilience, growth, and survival. Every scar, every mistake, and every so-called flaw is proof that a person has lived, learned, and endured. When we embrace our imperfections, we give ourselves permission to be real, to be human, and to be enough just as we are. One of the biggest fears people have is the fear of failure. We are taught that making mistakes is something to be ashamed of, that failure is a sign of weakness, and that only those who are perfect deserve success. But the truth is, every successful person has failed countless times before they achieved greatness. Mistakes are not the end of the journey. They are stepping stones towards success. Every failure teaches something valuable. Every setback builds strength, and every mistake is an opportunity to grow. The most powerful people in the world are not those who never fail, but those who fail, learn, and rise again. Another reason people struggle to embrace their imperfections is the pressure to fit into societal beauty standards. We live in a world that constantly tells us what is beautiful, what is acceptable, and what is worthy of admiration. People compare themselves to edited images on social media, to celebrities with access to the best treatments, and to impossible standards that are designed to make them feel inadequate. But real beauty is not about perfection. It is about authenticity. A person is most beautiful when they are comfortable in their own skin, when they embrace their natural self, and when they stop trying to meet unrealistic expectations. True confidence does not come from looking perfect. It comes from accepting yourself exactly as you are. Imperfections are not just physical. They exist in our personalities, emotions, and abilities. Some people are more emotional than others. Some struggle with confidence. Some have trouble expressing themselves. And some find it difficult to learn new things. Society often labels these things as weaknesses, but in reality, they are just parts of being human. Being emotional means you have a big heart. Struggling with confidence means you have the potential to grow stronger. Finding it hard to express yourself means you have depth and complexity. Every trait, even the ones we consider flaws, has a hidden strength within it. The key is to stop seeing imperfections as limitations and start seeing them as unique qualities that shape who we are. Many people hesitate to show their true selves because they fear judgment. They worry about what others will say, how they will be perceived, and whether they will be accepted. But the truth is, no matter what you do, there will always be people who criticize, misunderstand, or judge you. Trying to please everyone is an impossible task, and in the process you lose yourself. The only person you truly need to please is yourself. The moment you stop seeking approval from others and start embracing your true self, you will feel a sense of freedom that no amount of validation can ever give. One of the most beautiful things about embracing imperfections is that it allows others to do the same. When you are unapologetically yourself, you give others permission to be real as well. People are drawn to authenticity. They find comfort in knowing they are not alone in their struggles, and they feel inspired by those who have the courage to be themselves. By embracing your imperfections, you become a source of strength, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Imperfections are also what make life interesting. Imagine a world where everyone was perfect, where no one made mistakes, where everyone looked the same, and where nothing unexpected ever happened. It would be a boring, lifeless place. The most beautiful moments in life often come from imperfections. The messy laughter, the unexpected surprises, the stories of overcoming challenges. Life is not meant to be perfect. It is meant to be real. And real life is full of imperfections that make it worth living. Many people wait for the day when they will feel good enough. They tell themselves, I will be happy when I lose weight, or I will feel confident when I achieve success. But the truth is, there is no perfect version of you waiting in the future. You are already enough as you are. Happiness and confidence do not come from fixing yourself. The day you decide to stop waiting for perfection and start loving yourself as you are is the day you truly begin to live. It is important to understand that embracing imperfections does not mean settling for mediocrity or refusing to grow. It simply means accepting yourself in the present while still striving to improve. Growth and self-acceptance can coexist. You can love yourself and still work on becoming a better version of yourself. The difference is when you embrace your imperfections, you grow out of self-love, not self-hate. You improve because you want to, not because you feel you are not good enough. Self-love is the foundation of embracing imperfections. It means treating yourself with kindness, forgiving yourself for mistakes, and speaking to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. Too often, people are their own worst critics. They replay their failures, focus on their flaws, and speak to themselves in a way they would never speak to others. But self-love means changing that inner dialogue. It means reminding yourself that you are worthy, capable, and enough, no matter what imperfections you have. At the end of the day, the things we consider imperfections are often the things that make us special. They make us relatable, strong, and human. They tell our stories, shape our character, and connect us to others in meaningful ways. Instead of hiding them, we should celebrate them. Instead of being ashamed of them, we should wear them with pride. Because the truth is, there is no greater power than being completely, unapologetically, and beautifully yourself. From the moment we are born, the world starts defining us. It tells us who we should be, how we should act, what we should achieve, and even what dreams we should chase. Society creates expectations, labels, and limitations, shaping our thoughts before we even have the chance to discover who we truly are. We grow up being told what is acceptable, what is possible, and what is out of reach. But the truth is, no one else has the right to define you. Your identity, your dreams, and your potential belong to you alone. Letting the world define you is like handing over the pen of your own story to someone else. If you want to live a life of true fulfillment, you must take that pen back and write your own narrative. Many people spend their lives trying to fit into boxes created by others. They live according to what society expects of them rather than what they truly want. They choose careers that others approve of, suppress their passions to avoid judgment, and conform to standards just to feel accepted. But the problem with living to please others is that it never leads to real happiness. No matter how much you try to meet the expectations of the world, there will always be someone who thinks you are not enough, not doing things right, or not following the correct path. The truth is, you were never meant to fit into a mold. You were meant to break barriers, explore your uniqueness, and carve your own journey. The world has a habit of labeling people. It tells you that you are too young, too old, too inexperienced, too different. It tells you that your background, circumstances, or limitations define what you can and cannot do. But labels are nothing more than opinions. They do not have the power to dictate your destiny unless you allow them to. Some of the most successful people in history were once labeled as failures, misfits, or incapable. They did not let those labels define them. They chose to rise above them. The only limits that truly exist are the ones you accept. One of the biggest dangers of letting the world define you is that it takes away your authenticity. When you try too hard to fit in, you lose the essence of who you really are. You start hiding your true thoughts, suppressing your emotions, and changing parts of yourself just to be accepted. But the most beautiful thing about you is your uniqueness. There is no one else in the world exactly like you, and that is your greatest strength. The world does not need more people who blend in. It needs people who stand out. It needs individuals who are unafraid to be real, to speak their truth, and to live boldly. Comparison is another way the world tries to define you. It constantly pushes you to measure your worth based on others. Social media, success stories, and societal pressures create the illusion that you must achieve a certain status, look a certain way, or have certain accomplishments to be valued. But comparison is a trap. It makes you feel like you are not enough, even when you are doing your best. The truth is, your journey is your own. You are not in competition with anyone. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Growth is personal, and success is different for everyone. What matters is not how you measure up to others, but how true you are to yourself. The world also tries to define you through fear. It instills doubt in your mind, making you question whether you are capable, whether you are worthy, whether you should even try. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of judgment keep many people from pursuing their dreams. But fear is nothing more than a mental barrier. It is not reality. The greatest achievements in life come from those who refused to let fear define them. They took risks, they made mistakes, and they faced challenges head on. They understood that failure is not the end, it is a stepping stone to growth. When you stop letting fear control you, you unlock possibilities you never imagined. Another way the world tries to define you is through opinions. Everyone has an opinion about what you should do, who you should be, and how you should live. But opinions are just perspectives, not facts. If you spend your life trying to meet the expectations of others, you will never find your true path. People will always have something to say, but their words do not determine your worth. What matters most is how you see yourself. When you define your own worth, no criticism, no rejection, and no doubt can shake you. Taking control of your own definition requires self-awareness. You must take the time to truly understand yourself, your passions, values, strengths, and dreams. Many people go through life without ever asking themselves what they truly want. They follow the path that has been laid out for them, never questioning whether it aligns with their own desires. But self-discovery is essential. When you know who you are, you become unshakable. You no longer need validation from others because you are confident in your own identity. You make decisions based on what feels right for you, not what others expect. Living life on your own terms requires courage. It means standing firm in your beliefs even when others disagree. It means pursuing your passions even when they do not make sense to the world. It means trusting yourself even when the path is uncertain. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that is okay. You do not need approval to be who you are. You only need the determination to stay true to yourself. The most inspiring people in the world are those who refuse to be defined by others. They are the dreamers, the innovators, the change makers. They faced rejection, doubt, and criticism, but they kept going. They believed in their vision even when no one else did. They refused to let the world put limits on them. And because they stayed true to themselves, they created legacies that changed the world. You have that same power within you. No matter where you come from, what you have been through, or what others say about you, you have the ability to define yourself. You have the strength to write your own story, to chase your own dreams, and to shape your own destiny. The world will always try to tell you who you should be, but the choice is yours. Will you let others define you, or will you take control of your own narrative? The answer to that question will determine the life you live. Doubt and fear are two of the biggest obstacles that hold people back from achieving their true potential. They whisper in the mind, making people question their abilities, second-guess their choices, and hesitate when they should take action. Fear tells us that failure is too painful to bear, that we are not good enough, that the world will judge us if we try and fall short. Doubt convinces us that we are not ready, that success is for others, that our dreams are too big or too far away. But the truth is, the only thing standing between a person and their goals is their own willingness to overcome doubt and fear. These emotions are not real limitations. They are illusions that disappear the moment we choose courage over hesitation. One of the most powerful ways to overcome doubt is to recognize that everyone experiences it. Even the most successful people in the world have moments of uncertainty. They too have questioned whether they were capable, whether they were making the right decision, or whether they had what it takes. The difference is that they did not let doubt control them. They understood that doubt is simply a natural response to stepping outside of one's comfort zone. Growth always brings uncertainty because it requires moving into the unknown. But instead of seeing doubt as a sign to stop, it must be seen as a sign to move forward. If something feels intimidating, it usually means it is worth pursuing. Fear, like doubt, is a natural emotion. It exists to protect us from danger. But in modern life, it often holds us back from opportunities rather than keeping us safe. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and the fear of judgment are some of the most common fears that prevent people from taking risks. But fear only has power when it is obeyed. The moment a person decides to take action despite fear, it begins to lose its grip. Action is the antidote to fear. The more we push through fear, the weaker it becomes. Every time we face something that scares us, we grow stronger, more confident, and more prepared for the next challenge. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for fear and doubt to disappear before they take action. They tell themselves they will start when they feel ready, when they have more confidence, or when the fear is gone. But that day never comes because confidence is built through action, not before it. No one feels fully ready at the beginning of a journey. Every great achievement starts with a leap of faith, a moment of courage, a decision to try even when the outcome is uncertain. The only way to truly overcome fear is to move forward despite it. Doubt often comes from the way we talk to ourselves. The inner voice that repeats negative thoughts, that highlights weaknesses, that focuses on past failures instead of future possibilities, is the greatest enemy of confidence. If a person constantly tells themselves they are not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough, they will begin to believe it. But just as negative thoughts create doubt, positive thoughts create confidence. Changing the inner dialogue is one of the most effective ways to overcome doubt. Instead of focusing on why something might not work, focus on why it will. Instead of remembering past failures, remember past successes. The words we say to ourselves shape our reality. If we want to defeat doubt, we must start by changing the way we think. Another way to silence doubt is through preparation. Many fears come from feeling unprepared or inexperienced. While action is important, preparation builds confidence. Learning new skills, gaining knowledge, and practicing regularly can turn doubt into certainty. The more prepared we are, the less room there is for fear to grow. Even when stepping into unknown situations, having a strong foundation helps reduce uncertainty. Confidence is not about knowing everything. It is about trusting that we have the ability to figure things out as we go. Fear of failure is one of the strongest fears people face. Society teaches that failure is something to be ashamed of, but in reality, failure is a necessary part of success. No one achieves greatness without failing multiple times. Every failure teaches something valuable. It shows what does not work, what needs improvement, and where to focus efforts. Instead of seeing failure as an end, it must be seen as a lesson. The people who achieve the most in life are those who are willing to fail, learn, and try again. The only real failure is the failure to try. Fear of judgment is another common obstacle. Many people hesitate to pursue their dreams because they worry about what others will think. They're afraid of being criticized, laughed at, or misunderstood. But the truth is, no matter what we do, there will always be people who judge. Trying to avoid judgment is impossible, so the only solution is to stop letting it matter. The opinions of others do not define our worth. What matters most is how we see ourselves. The most successful people in history faced criticism, but they did not let it stop them. They stayed focused on their goals, believing in their vision even when no one else did. Overcoming fear and doubt also requires stepping out of the comfort zone. Growth does not happen in places of safety and familiarity. It happens in moments of discomfort, in challenges that push us beyond our limits. Every time we do something that scares us, we expand our confidence. Each step outside of the comfort zone makes the next step easier. The more we challenge ourselves, the more we realize how capable we truly are. What once seemed impossible eventually becomes second nature. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences is another key to overcoming doubt and fear. The people we spend time with shape our mindset. Being around those who believe in us, who encourage us, and who inspire us helps build confidence. On the other hand, being around negativity, doubt, and fear can make those emotions stronger. Choosing to be in an environment that supports growth, positivity, and courage makes a significant difference. One of the most powerful lessons in overcoming doubt and fear is understanding that no one has everything figured out. Even the most successful, confident people have moments of uncertainty. The difference is that they keep moving forward anyway. They do not let fear make their decisions. They trust themselves, even when the path is unclear. They believe in their ability to adapt, learn, and succeed, even when things do not go as planned. At the core of overcoming doubt and fear is belief in oneself. When we believe we are capable, we become unstoppable. When we trust that we have the strength to handle challenges, fear loses its power. When we decide that our dreams are worth fighting for, no amount of doubt can hold us back. Fear and doubt may never fully disappear, but they do not have to control us. The choice to rise above them is ours to make. Your beliefs shapes your reality in ways that are often beyond comprehension. What you think, what you tell yourself, and what you hold to be true about yourself and the world around you directly influence the way you experience life. Beliefs are the foundation upon which every decision, action, and perception is built. They can either empower you to reach your highest potential or confine you within the limitations you have unconsciously accepted. If you believe in yourself, in your dreams, and in your abilities, you create a world where anything is possible. But if you believe in limitations, in failure, and in obstacles, then those things will define your life. The mind is incredibly powerful, and the way you shape your thoughts ultimately determines your reality. From an early age, we are conditioned by the beliefs we inherit from those around us. Parents, teachers, society, and culture shape our understanding of what is possible. Some people grow up believing they can achieve anything, while others are taught to play it safe, to stay within limits, and to avoid dreaming too big. The difference in their realities is not a matter of talent or luck, but of belief. Those who believe they can succeed, take risks, push through difficulties, and persevere until they reach their goals. Those who doubt themselves hesitate, hold back, and often give up before they even begin. The only thing separating these two groups of people is their mindset. Every great achievement in history started with belief. The individuals who changed the world, who broke barriers, and who accomplished the impossible all had one thing in common. They believed in themselves and their vision, even when no one else did. They saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. They refused to accept limitations. They understood that their thoughts created their reality, and they chose to believe in something greater than their circumstances. This is why belief is more powerful than talent, resources, or external validation. It is belief that gives people the strength to keep going when the odds are against them. When you believe in yourself, your actions align with that belief. You approach challenges with confidence, you take risks with conviction, and you persist even in the face of failure. But when you doubt yourself, your actions reflect that as well. You hesitate, you give in to fear, and you find excuses to avoid taking risks. Your mind searches for evidence to support your beliefs, whether they are positive or negative. If you believe you are capable, you will notice opportunities, seek solutions, and find ways to grow. If you believe you are destined to fail, you will notice obstacles, focus on setbacks, and reinforce your own doubts. Your belief system influences not only your actions but also the way you interpret events. Two people can experience the same situation but perceive it completely differently based on their beliefs. Someone who believes in abundance sees setbacks as temporary and opportunities as limitless. They see failures as lessons and challenges as stepping stones to success. But someone who believes in scarcity and limitation sees setbacks as proof that they are not good enough. They interpret failures as confirmation that they should not have tried in the first place. Their reality becomes one of frustration, disappointment, and unfulfilled potential. One of the most dangerous beliefs a person can hold is the idea that they are not enough. This belief creates a reality filled with self-doubt, insecurity, and missed opportunities. It makes people settle for less than they deserve, avoid taking risks, and constantly seek validation from others. But the truth is, every person is capable of achieving greatness. The only thing standing in the way is the belief that they are not worthy or capable. Changing this belief can change everything. When you start believing that you are enough, that you are worthy of success, and that you have the power to shape your destiny, your reality begins to shift. Fear is one of the biggest barriers created by limiting beliefs. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment. All of these are rooted in the belief that something bad will happen if you take a chance. But fear only has power when you believe in it. When you shift your beliefs, fear loses its control over you. Instead of seeing failure as something to be feared, you start seeing it as part of the process. Instead of worrying about what others think, you realize that their opinions do not define your worth. Instead of doubting yourself, you trust in your ability to learn, adapt, and grow. One of the most powerful ways to reshape your reality is through affirmations and self-talk. The words you tell yourself every day shape your beliefs, and those beliefs shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, that you will never succeed, or that life is unfair, your mind will seek evidence to support those thoughts. But if you tell yourself that you are capable, that success is within your reach, and that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, your mind will begin to align with that belief. Over time, these positive thoughts become ingrained in your subconscious, and your reality starts to reflect them. Your environment also plays a crucial role in shaping your beliefs. The people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, and the experiences you expose yourself to all influence the way you see the world. If you are constantly around negativity, doubt, and limitation, it will be difficult to maintain a strong belief in yourself. But if you surround yourself with positivity, inspiration, and encouragement, your beliefs will naturally become more empowering. This is why it is important to choose your influences wisely. Read books that inspire you, listen to people who uplift you, and seek out experiences that challenge and expand your perspective. Taking action is another key component of reshaping your reality. Belief alone is powerful, but it must be backed by action. When you take action toward your goals, even in small ways, you reinforce your belief in yourself. Each step forward builds confidence and momentum. Even when things do not go as planned, taking action keeps you moving in the right direction. The more you act on your beliefs, the stronger they become, and the more your reality begins to align with them. Another important aspect of belief is the ability to see possibilities where others see limitations. Many people live within the boundaries of what they believe is possible. They never question the rules, never challenge the status quo, and never push beyond their perceived limits. But those who achieve greatness are the ones who refuse to accept limitations. They see obstacles as challenges to be overcome, not as barriers that define their destiny. They understand that their beliefs create their reality, and they choose to believe in infinite possibilities. Gratitude is another powerful tool for shifting beliefs and shaping reality. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your perspective changes. Instead of seeing obstacles, you see opportunities. Instead of dwelling on failures, you appreciate the lessons they bring. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, reinforcing the belief that life is full of opportunities and that you are capable of achieving your dreams. Ultimately, your belief shapes your reality in every way. The way you see yourself, the way you interpret events, the way you approach challenges, and the way you take action are all determined by what you believe. If you want to change your reality, you must first change your beliefs. Believe in your potential, believe in your dreams, believe that you are worthy of success and happiness. When you do, the world around you will begin to reflect that belief, and you will see that anything is possible. In the end, your belief is the foundation upon which your reality is built. Every thought you hold, every word you speak to yourself, and every conviction you carry shapes the life you experience. If you believe in limitations, in failure, and in fear, your world will reflect those beliefs. But if you believe in your strength, in your dreams, and in your ability to overcome challenges, nothing can stop you. You are not defined by your circumstances, your past, or the doubts of others. You are defined by the belief you choose to carry within yourself. When you believe in yourself, you unlock doors that once seemed impossible to open. You take control of your destiny and create a future that aligns with your deepest desires. The power to shape your reality has always been within you. It is just waiting for you to embrace it. So stand firm in your belief. Refuse to let fear and doubt dictate your path. Trust in your ability to rise above challenges and step into the life you were meant to live. The moment you choose to believe in yourself wholeheartedly, the world will reflect that belief back to you in ways you never imagined. Your belief shapes your reality, so make sure it is one worth living.